am today. You know what I mean? My video it's a fresh video, and this video I'm making in portrait mode because it's so easy for me to hold. I think I will make the landscape videos when I'm going out, in the sense it is more of scenery, all those scenic clips I'm going to take in landscape if at all I go somewhere. There are so many places where I promised to go, but I'm not been going. But that doesn't mean I've forgotten. You know, sometimes in life this happens, in the sense you promise something to yourself, like it could be a wish, like some wishes that you have, but then your circumstances never supported your wish. Probably you wanted to go somewhere, you want to become something, but your circumstances didn't support that, and you wanted to meet someone, some wish that you had, but your circumstances did not support it, so you couldn't do it. That doesn't mean that you just forget about it. No, not necessarily. You can have it saved inside you and wait for the right kind of circumstances and things to change, and so that later you can do what you wish to do. So that's how I believe in that. In the sense, I told you that I'll be taking videos, going some places, many places in fact, but the time has not come, the circumstances has not supported me in doing that. But that doesn't mean that it is no longer there in my mind. It only means that I have saved it for a later time. It happens with me all the time. You know, there's so many things that I have wanted to do, but I just saved it for a different time. It could be about someone else, like it could be about my son or daughter, or somebody I love, just anyone for that matter. I keep it saved, and I remember what their likes and dislikes and what they told me at some point of time. It doesn't mean that I've forgotten it. No, I just keep it saved so that things turn out better and I actually do it. That's how it works. I don't know if it works like that for you. Does it ever happen that you wanted to do something, somebody told you something and you just registered it? You know, it happens, like we all have a place where we register things, in the sense, not exactly to talk about memory, but there is a place, there's a folder which you open and you get to know what others like and what others dislike. They told you something which you just registered there. When things get registered in your mind, it doesn't just go away like that. You know, you cannot forget about it. Maybe you don't show that it is there in your mind, but it is always in your mind, and once it is registered, it remains in your mind, and you just wait for the time to get right so that you can act on it, do it, probably whatever it is. So that's how it works. That's an inner mechanism. That's the way our mind works. But everybody's mind may not work the same way. Each one's mind works the different way. So the way you register things, the kind of things that get registered inside you, depends on various other factors which differ from person to person. You must have observed that when you talk with someone, it usually happens to me, when you talk to people, sometimes you have a conversation, but the other person doesn't receive what you are trying to say. Basically, either they are not able to listen to what you have to say, or they listen but they are not able to register or receive it properly. It doesn't give you a feeling that what you said was received by the other person. Does it happen to you? It happens to me all the time, and the kind of conversations that makes you comfortable are often where each of you get a turn to listen to what each other has to say. It's very important. That's the comfortable zone of having a communication, or what you say, a conversation. So when I have come across such people who have so much to say, but when you say something, they don't receive it. Obviously, they don't listen. They don't show the patience to listen, or the kind of response that comes from them immediately would be quite blank, or it could have nothing to do with the response or what you spoke. So the conversation becomes incomplete because you become a listener, and that's it. And then you really don't understand whether that conversation was meant to be one-sided, in the sense that person just wanted to talk to you, because it happens many times. Like if you go to a psychologist or a therapist, usually it is talking because it's a therapy, because the other person just wants to share so much with someone, and you become a receiver, you become a listener. You don't have much to convey to them unless you have come to a conclusion about their mental condition, probably. But it casually, in casual talks it happens, because people don't know that a conversation is about give and take, where the other person speaks and you listen, while the other person speaks and the other listens. In the sense, it's mutual. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't work out at all. So those are one-sided conversations where your role is only to listen. That's it. But basically, in this generation, I would say, in this generation particularly, people have less listening power. They don't listen much. They respond and they speak, but they don't know how it is to listen to others. So it's very difficult, because you cannot have a meaningful conversation with many people because they don't have the listening capacity. And that is becoming more and more so because of many reasons, because you have so many people in your friends list. Probably you are in contact with so many people, and you have to divide your time and your patience and your speaking skills to cover all these people who are in your circle. One reason is that too much of networking, so probably you are exhausted, or probably you have to give a casual ear to some people, that could be one, and that is not it. But there are so many other factors also. Maybe habitually you are more into talking and very, very, very less into listening. It could be so that's how it is. I'm not saying everybody are like that, but this present generation is more inclined to having casual talks, and where they listen very less. They don't listen. They don't know that it's a part of conversation. They just don't listen. I don't know why. So unless you listen, your conversation is never going to be meaningful. So it's important that if you want the thing is that people who speak slow, they think and speak, and for them listening is not a big deal, because it's easy for them to listen, because they are not in a hurry to speak. When you're having a conversation with others, you know that you have to pause in between, and that also makes you better in listening. You know that it is a part of a conversation that you should be listening as well. So that's easier. Obviously, the camera is here, but then I don't have a holding space when I'm making a landscape mode video. So it's more difficult. Okay, so Monday, I hope you had a productive Monday. Like I always say, it's a start of weekdays, and you have to start it with a mindset of being productive. It's much better, because you get to be in that mode the entire week. How good is that? Isn't it? I like it. Your weekend is over, baby. Now you are stepping into weekdays, which means that you have a lot to do, lot to accomplish. Many pending things which you didn't do last week, you could do today. Many corrections you could do today. And be excited. Gone are the days when people said Monday blues. It never happens to me, Monday blues. Even when I was working full time, it never happened to me that Mondays I had Monday blues. I like working. I don't know, I feel that it's a part of me. It's a part of me in the sense I like enjoyment, I like leisure time, I like family time, and spending time with the one that you love, probably, and all that is a part of life. But along with that, work should also be there because I like working. But when you're working, your brain gets more of work, and it also helps you to contribute. To contribute is a major part of your health. If you are not contributing, you start kind of draining your mental abilities, and you don't feel fulfilled. So it's important that you keep contributing, and for that, working is very important. So you have to be happy that it's Monday because you get to work. Isn't it? Take care. Now we will go out. Okay. I have no plans of just going to somewhere random. We will just go. See so much of powder on my face. It shows like that because I bought a new sponge, and it is not the usual kind of sponge which I use. This one is like blender, so it's like rubber. So when you apply looking for a bench now. I would rather sit somewhere without forgetting. Okay, I found it. So hard. We will sit for some. Okay. Walking is done. I wish I could sit around. There's something to do around. Nice. Sit for 10 minutes. I don't want dusty. चलते चलते ये कहाँ आ गए बैठना ही पड़ेगा यार थोड़ी देर तो थक गए हैं उधर से आए हैं This bench is very comfortable. You have garden at the back and people all around, and I cannot walk anymore because what's the reason? Every day you're walking, then what's the difference today? The difference is that today I had my earphone, and when you play music and walk, your walking pace increases. You really don't feel any stress, so you walk pretty fast, and then that makes you tired. Usually I'm not tired because my pace of walking is very slow, but today I walked very fast and I didn't know it because I had my earphone. I listen to my own music actually. I hardly ever listen. I record it and upload it on YouTube, but never ever listen. Today I listened to it and I walked, and it's so much I enjoyed. While going back, I'll do the same thing, and I'll try if I can walk back also. Will that be too much? I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Because I guess I'm eating to be able to walk back also. I'm having good nutritious food. Today I had a banda fish and it was too good. It came from a Mangalore restaurant, and I never knew that Mangalorean preparation is equally good like Kerala preparation for fish. I'm yet to try all the other varieties of it because, as I said, I go by reasonably priced ones. So the only fish that you can afford within the range of reasonable price is sardine and mackerel. That's it. In Malayalam, if you say, it's mati and aila. Only these two fishes come within the reasonable price range. All the other fishes, the tasty ones and supposed to be the luxuries, they are all expensive. So I've not had even once those fishes. Oh, so today's walk was really nice. So I'll sit here for now. It's 5:20 till 5:45. I will be sitting here, not walking at all. Just sit here, and then I will walk back. It's really, you enjoy it so much when you listen to music and walk, but you have to be careful in this Bangalore road. Today I was talking about traffic. Thing is that vehicles, two-wheelers can come from any side and any place. So what I do is though I play it loud, I keep my headphone in such a way that it's loose and it's not fixed to my ear, which means that I can listen to anything else what's happening around also, because you have to be like that. Only then you can save yourself from the traffic problems here. Okay, so what did we talk about today? Sitting here in a relaxed position and in the garden. It's so beautiful. I like it here. It's so much of, you want to see what's there up all around? It's so much of greenery. It feels nice. Even otherwise, Bangalore climate these days, it's nice, it's cool, it's breezy, and it's been drizzling, and I forgot that I have to take out my jacket. Without jacket these days, I can't go down in the canteen and have my food. That area is too breezy, and all the sides have gates, so much cold that you can't have your food. It's so much windy at night, and it's cold as well. Sorry about that. Look at that, how much exhausted I am. The walk today was really too much today, but I enjoyed it. I liked it. So every day probably when we go walking, if it's in safe places, I would definitely take my headphone along. Okay, that's the whole idea, the plan of it. Any questions? Do we answer any questions today? Let me think. Okay, you do one thing while I'm just sitting here. I cannot think about any questions as such to talk about any topic. So you do one thing, just look at the other side. You can see different kinds of walking methods, how people exercise and what people do, different age groups and different ways of how people walk when they come to the walking area. Okay, it's interesting. So you look the other side. Okay, I'll show you. Look at that. Keep looking the other side so you get to see. These equipments also, it's pretty comfortable for women. I wanted to sit on all these, but the thing is I've already walked so much, so I don't have the energy to do this. These are good for your different body parts actually. Some are for your thighs, some are for your hips. Okay. Now what do we talk about? I have no idea. I still have 10 more minutes which I can utilize sitting here. This is quite interesting. I planned it this way that I will come here, sit, and look at this. It's so funny. I'll show you. Look at that. Swing. So cute, right? Is it a wraparound that you get, or is it this? It's a great exercise for your body. And then you have this one, which that lady is using. That's interesting as well. You have the cycle I've already shown. It's like a gym that is provided in every park. Okay? I saw this in 2016, 18 when I was staying in that shelter home. I felt it's nice. At least if it doesn't work out, it doesn't help people to lose their weight. At least it helps to spread awareness that you can do all this for your muscles and your body parts, right? At least that much is there. Look, that's high. So have you got any questions we could talk about? All that's high, so many people. I cannot think of anything other than just sitting here. Now I will go from here listening to music again, and as I told you, these days if I want to take a video, people are not staring at me. You know why? Because I have this headphone. That's okay for them, because talking over phone is quite common. Nobody is bothered anymore if you are talking over phone. But if you don't have a headphone and if you are talking, then they are like, are you crazy? Are you mad? Because I felt the same thing when I was in Gulf. I used to, very rarely though, I've seen people in bus and even otherwise on road. They speak so loud, like screaming. I'm like, what is this? And they would have worn that burqa. What do you call that? I don't know here. That's oh, I forgot. Anyway, you know what it is, that black gown which they wear. They were wearing that, and later I realized that they are talking to someone. They have that headphone connected. So that's a problem. People think you're crazy if you're talking and you don't have anything attached to your... You don't have a device, and you do have a device, but you're just talking to your device. It's not connected. Though these days you have so much of wireless option. As Paras Tomo was saying today, you have to get over it. I mean, it's okay, people will look at you once or twice, but why you are so bothered? Why you're so conscious about it? You're doing a mistake? No, as long as you are not committing a mistake, why would you be so bothered about people looking at you? That's a question. You know, there's one lady who is doing using the equipment so properly, because she has she's looking at the stopwatch, and from the time I've been sitting here, she's been cycling. So for such people, if you utilize these devices, I mean, watching on it and seriously doing it by time, then it's going to help you a lot. You're going to lose fat. Cycling is good for your thigh muscles, and it helps you shape your thighs. There was a time when I used to cycle and I was doing my law. This kind of cycle, okay, not the outdoor one, the weight losing equipment, actually, that cycle, and it actually helped me lose my thigh fat. That's easy way, though you may get exhausted. Today I didn't do my morning exercises because yesterday I had danced for 2.5 hours, which was like too much, not at all required. So I had to control myself today, and I didn't do it at all. So that's better. so many people walking here, so many. The strangest part is that you don't see the same person again. Very rarely you see the same person. It's different people coming each time. So interesting. I'm looking at the t-shirts and pants, what they're wearing, like where did they buy it, and how is the body shape, like what I should do to get into that shape and all that. That's what I do sitting here. It's a nice pastime. Another 5 more minutes, then we are leaving. Okay? Again, I'll be listening to song. I'm not taking a video. That's why I'm resting here and taking a video. I fixed this from the back, the headphone. My mother was around, she would have used all these equipments, I'm sure, because she enjoys all this, trying out all this. And then I will make fun of her because nothing shows on her body. Poor thing, because she doesn't lose weight, and but she likes trying all this. She gets too excited. Anything new and anything about fitness, she'll do it. But then I tell her, you have not lost weight, why are you doing it for me? I keep telling her. Thing is, she doesn't have consistency. She never did anything for a long time with a goal. You know, that doesn't happen. She just does it, that's all. So many mothers are like that, right? But I don't know, we are not in that generation anymore. We are a different generation. So our children, they will not be able to experience that kind of motherhood. The motherhood where you could make fun of your mother and laugh at them, and still you love them, but then you also make fun of them because they're not doing things the way you do it. They're not able to blend with the many things which is in this generation, and they are kind of they resist change in some way probably, but they get excited. Like for my mother, how much ever you teach her, she was never able to use a computer because that cursor, she doesn't understand how to handle the mouse. And how many times I tried teaching her, she doesn't pick it. That I don't know how can you explain that. Then I sent her to I asked her to join for a course. So because I just cannot teach her, she will not listen. How many ever times you tell her, when I imagine all those things, I feel like laughing. So unfortunately, this generation will never be able to enjoy those funny moments because we as mothers, this generation, we are never going to give up on our mind, and we will never stop learning. And so what happens is that as long as a person never stops learning, they will never be able to stop growing, or you cannot stop them from advancement in life. Because you are so curious and you are so inquisitive, and you want to learn all the things what's happening, and you want to go hand in hand with the developments that's happening. When you have that attitude which the previous generation did not have, and but this generation, I feel that in every generation there is exceptions, but otherwise generally I'm telling you, in this generation you will not find mothers who are, who you can make fun of, because they learn things. That's what I feel. So the coming generation, that is my children, and that generation, they will never be able to enjoy these moments when we don't know something and they could laugh at us because we pick things easily. And for example, my mother, she could never pick many things, though she was very curious and inquisitive to learn many things, whatever, like if it is a mobile or any technology, many things in fact, she wanted to. When salwar was introduced, she was South Indian, we are South Indians, and my mother never knew to wear salwar. She was always wearing the sari. Okay, so when I went to North India, she wanted to try out the salwar, and I still remember the long salwar she wore. It was like a nightgown. Then I would just laugh at her and I'll tell her, why are you wearing your salwar so long? Make it short. The salwars are meant to be just below your knee, not like a nightgown. I remember all those times so well, and it makes me laugh even now. She would never mind, you know. She would never mind that I'm laughing at all those jokes because she knows it's not making fun of her. It's just that I care about her and I want her to do stuff the right way. But she couldn't learn so many things. Don't you think that our generation are so different in those areas? I mean, we are able to learn so many things, and if we don't know it, we seriously want to learn how to do it, right? Okay, it's time for me to leave. Okay, and I'll be listening to music and walking back probably, or I don't know whether I will go by bus. Depends on how tired I am, because now I've sat here for about 35 minutes, and that is enough of relaxation and rest. Take care. And that's a video ido YouTube le. Appo walking poya adakka pidiche ningada dog aano ഓടി വരുന്നതാണ്. എന്താ പേര്? ജിംകി. ഇത് ലൈറ്റാണ്. അവര് ഹസ്ബൻഡും ഇല്ല, ഇങ്ങനെ സ്ത്രീകൾ രാജസ്ഥാനിൽ വന്നിട്ട് ഉണ്ടാക്കി വിൽക്കുക റോഡിൽ. എന്നും പറയും എന്നോട് മേടിക്കാൻ. എനിക്ക് ആവശ്യമൊന്നുമില്ല, അതുകൊണ്ട് മേടിച്ചു. മോളില്ലേ? മോളുണ്ട്, കെട്ടുന്നുണ്ട്. പോണല്ലേ? ഓക്കെ, നടക്കട്ടെ. വേണ്ട, അതാണ് വെച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത് തലാല്. വേണ്ട, എനിക്ക് അമ്പലത്തിൽ കൊടുക്കണ്ടല്ലേ? You like lights? No, then I will not give. If you're asking price, I will give. You like it? But some people don't like it. That's why for me, I have bought already that light in the room. I put it at night. Okay. This one is like you have to switch this, hang it.
Daily I will see this one.
Take then.
For me.
Yeah. I bought it for them actually, you know. It's a gift.
You are giving for me. I am not giving nothing. I am not giving.
You are doing what you are doing. The shop and all is a big service, you know that. That's for them. Take this. Come. This is for their good, na?
Then I will give this.
Then I will not take.
No, next time.
No. My birthday, you give me gift.
Yes.
December, okay. I'll tell you December.
Okay.
She told me this is good luck take because her husband death ಆಯ್ತು. ಏನು ಕೆಲಸ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿದೆ. Rajasthan they have come and they are saying nobody buys. Actually, I never buy. She keeps asking me. You're seeing in Sakarnagar?
Always I will see, but I will not buy that book. Okay.
Yeah, but this is breakable glass. This is that glass only.
Yes. ಅವಳಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ. Yeah, I thought.
Because I want to give to someone who will use it. If they break it, it's gone. It's
nice. Yeah. Thank you so much.
She said it's good luck. So see what good luck comes.
Yeah.
She told me while giving good luck for you.
Then for me.
Yeah. Okay.
ചായ കുടിക്കോ?
അയ്യോ ഇല്ല, ചായ ഒന്നും കുടിക്കില്ല. Yeah, welcome. One thing I understood today is that when you play music, you can walk how much of a distance you want. You don't realize it. Usually what I do is I don't play music because of this traffic, and I walk so much and it's so tiring and you have no inspiration, no motivation. Inspiration is there, no motivation to keep on walking. So what I do is to get that motivation, I'll buy something to eat and also use walking. Every day when I go walking, I will eat something. So today, because of music, I didn't eat anything. On the way I saw this lady. She runs a shop here, and it's her daughter. So it's a small shop, it's like a service. In their house they have opened the shop, and you get all the essentials there. It's so helpful, I'll tell you, because this area you want a shop, you need a two-wheeler. It's far. So on the way I bought a glass light actually. So I just gifted that to her. I didn't want lights because I already have lights in the PG, but that lady who was selling it, she's from Rajasthan, and she asked me to buy it because she was telling nobody is buying this. We make this. It's what do you say, this thermocol balls inside a glass bottle, and she has fixed some lights which she has made with the metal, that string, and you can hang it somewhere, and with the thread she has given it some design. I showed you, right? It is there in the video. It's nice actually. So I don't need it. I bought it for them, and then I thought maybe I'll give the cook here, because you can use it as a bedroom light if you want it, that is. So it was a nice walk for us. And now we go and lighten the lamp. What's the time? 6:30. I knew I'm going to come back at 6:30. Kind of exhausted. So what I'll do is I'll sit here for a while, like every day. After lighting the lamp, I'm just sitting here, and after that I have some folding of clothes and some small tiny tasks which I have to do, and then after that dinner. I still have to make a routine video. I don't know when I'll make it. I have to prepare for that previous night. It doesn't happen just like that. You get up, it doesn't happen. See, these days I had decided sometimes it's good to give your brain some different exercises. Like, long ago I had read somewhere that you should keep your things in different places and not always the same place. In the sense, we all have a certain place where we keep things. For the watch we have a place, for the toothbrush we have a place, for our hangers we have a place. Look at that, I'm sweating. So for everything we have a place, and so every time you have seen that if you change the place for some reason, for a few days our brain, all the time we try to take that thing from that same place. Like if you had kept your watch in some place, and one day you decided to change the place and you kept it somewhere else, so it takes a while for your brain to register that change of position. Have you felt that? So it's actually good, they used to say. I read it somewhere, and from that time I would often keep my things in different places and give my brain exercise. So the same way, these days what happens is that when I thought of giving my brain some exercise, and I thought every day my 3 meals which I'm having, I'm going to take a picture of that. And anyway, I write to my boss about my meals and what I had every day and all that. So along with writing about it, I would post a picture which I have taken, because it's a good brain exercise. But until now, I think I started this from last week, and until now it's just 1 week once that I have been able to take picture all the 3 times. I've never taken pictures because I don't remember it. Either somebody will be around, so I just forget about it, or one of other reason I never remember to take the meal picture all the 3 times. Really. So that's a difficulty. I'm just telling you, it's not easy for our brain to adapt to new things and changes. So what I have decided now is to keep on going it. Today I had taken a meal picture in the morning. Afternoon I didn't take it. So it takes a while, but keep on trying. And I'm just checking whether the neighbors have come. There's a balcony there, if you can see. I don't know, you can't see, right? See that balcony there? I've got neighbors look at this. I'm doing my exercise for my arms, but it is still takes some time to stone because I'm doing it without any weight. If you do it with weight, it's much easier. So what I've been telling you is that you have to give your brain some exercise. And today I have taken a picture of the morning breakfast, but I don't think I've taken a picture of my afternoon meal because I was talking to someone. And today I had, as I told you, I had a delicious fish fry, the best ever I've had. So when it is fish, I take a long time to relish it. I eat very slowly. That has not changed. Even before I was like this. As a kid, I was like that. As a youngster, I've been like that. Even now, as a middle-ager, I'm still the same. If it is fish or something that I like, because fish has got thorns, it takes a while. It's not like any other non-vegetarian dish. So I relish it. It takes an hour for me to have my lunch. Because some fishes have thorns and it takes a while. You have to be careful while eating it. That's it. So now I will continue to listen to my bhajan, and then probably tomorrow I will continue with this. This was a long walk for me today, and I totally enjoyed it because I don't know, I don't feel exhausted at all. You don't feel exhausted when you have music. Have you ever tried it that you walked without music and you walked with music, and there's a lot of difference when you